Hey guys, Clumsy here and welcome back to ATS, now on 1.35 experimental beta. Yeah, you heard it right. 1.35 is now an experimental beta. You might have heard about it, and we're going to test it out today. SCS is being very sneaky about it for a couple of reasons. They have not advertised it in the blog. You can only know about it in the forums. And they did not actually specify any change log whatsoever, so it's up to us to determine what changed and what didn't. Alright, so you'll have to help me out here. We'll have to keep an eye out, and we'll all have to keep our eyes peeled for any changes. I did notice some things already, and I did scour through the forums to get more info, so I'll share that with you. First and foremost, the biggest and the smallest at the same time actually might be DirectX 11. So if I go through here, you can't see it anymore, but there is a I think I can show it here, maybe. Our device, you can see that the default is DirectX 9. You can change that in the config file. If you go to your Documents American Truck Simulator folder, the config.cfg file, open that with a text editor, and you'll see that our device here, the default value will be DX9. You can change that to DX11. Be forewarned though, this is experimental beta, and if you decide to try it out, for sure you will encounter some bugs, even crashes, a couple of problems with DirectX 11 still, but so far I'm on DirectX 11 and it seems to be working fine. I haven't really noticed any big change though, so I'm not really sure if something really made a difference, so we'll see how it goes. Did I just get charged? Yeah, that's the loan payment. So DirectX 11 is a thing, we're now on it. We'll probably encounter performance improvements, but the major improvements in general will come later on. Although if I'm looking now on my threads, my CPU utilization is actually pretty good. This is interesting. I wish I can take a photo for you, but I have a Ryzen 5 1600. I have 12 threads, and almost all of them are being used now. Before, it was mainly a single thread utilization. That means it's not being maximized. The game is not able to maximize my CPU. But now it seems like it is, so that is a very good thing, especially when we get into the cities, because the cities will be very object intensive, lots of rendering happening, so that will take a lot on the GPU as well as on the CPU. But now with the CPU utilizing multiple threads, that's a very good sign. So go and check it out and let me know if it's the same for you. But yeah, right now I'm seeing a very even utilization on all my threads. 30%, 20% on my cores at least. That is very interesting. Okay, pretty cool. Alright, a couple of things more. Actually, I did want to check it out. One sec. Where is it? Let me stop here. There is a pretty interesting new feature along with new trailers. I'm not exactly sure which new trailers there are, but they were mentioned in the SCS blog. Unfortunately, this is a vanilla profile. I forgot to mention that, so no mods whatsoever in this profile. And I'm pretty low level here, so I cannot really access yet the high level stuff. What I can access though is I have my own trailer right here at my back. You can actually go to this menu, the F7 menu. That's been there already before, but when you press enter, you can actually see, and on top of the existing towing service and dismissing the trailer, you can actually adjust your trailer as well. And right now we can't use it anymore. I guess that's because I have a job that is pending. So maybe what I can do is I can suspend that job. And yes, you can now take jobs with your own trailer, finally. So if you see the list of jobs here, there will be the external contracts, but on top of that, there will be the external market, which is basically the World of Trucks contracts, but using your own trailer. I've been really wanting that for quite some time. Alright, let's see. Does it work now? There we go, now it works. So we can adjust the trailer, and what I have is actually a sliding tandem, I think what they call it. Yeah, so you can either go from the rear or the front. The axles, you can slide them, and this is what you can do in real life as well. But I'm not really sure when to use which one, but it's pretty cool that you can have this kind of adjustable trailers now with the game. I'm sure our modders will have a field day with this. That is super cool. There's no animation, so it doesn't really slide or anything. But so if right now we have the rear setting, if I want the front setting, I just click that, I confirm, goes black screen, and now it's in the front setting. So it's kind of just magically setting up, but not a big deal. So it's still very good, right? So yeah, I'm excited to see what other trailers configs will look like. You guys let me know, okay? And we'll keep things updated. Anyway, let's keep on going. I'll continue blabbering about the things I'm noticing, and you guys keep your eyes peeled and keep your eyes peeled on any possible changes as well. This is one interesting thing. I'm not sure if this is a bug or not, but this is an icon for a job in this dealer. And I'm not sure how you can pick up jobs here because this is a Kenworth dealer, and I am currently in Phoenix. And if I look at the existing jobs, there is nothing. So this might just be a bug. This might just be one of those experimental features that haven't been cleaned up yet, or maybe there is something that is cooking that we have not yet uncovered. Yeah, I think there are still some big things there that we still have to discover. So I will be waiting for your comments, guys, so you can let me know and we can try it out together. And not open trailer purchase. What I want to do was to continue. It's not compatible with the job. Oh, that's interesting. So it actually checks what kind of trailer you accepted the job with initially. And this one says the chassis should have a rear setup, not a front. So I cannot accept the job. That's that's a very good system for keeping the integrity of the job. So you cannot just cheat the system. That's nice. So we'll have to adjust it again, move it back to the rear, and from there we'll be able to accept the job, theoretically. Yes, that works. Yeah, that is a very good system actually. I wouldn't have expected that in the experimental beta because that seems like a very polished feature, protecting against possible integrity issues, like changing your trailer to become a smaller one. I guess that was somehow there already before, but with the addition of the trailer config, that becomes just even more important now. Okay, cool. One more thing I wanted to check out. I found some of these before. Yeah, this one. Voice navigation. This is something that really excites me, and I'm not sure if SCS just did this as an Easter egg or if they're really planning something. Because if I set that to 1, will it do anything? Is that really a thing now? I mean, that is super cool. We'll see. I don't have any packs though. Navigation pack, it says. And the default is blank. So I'm guessing if you don't have a pack in there, maybe it doesn't speak, but we'll try it out. We'll see if the GPS tells us something. But man, that is so good. Voice navigation. I'm not sure how the people on the forums found that, but yeah, that's how I found it. Someone posted about it and I was like, wow, for real? How did you even find that parameter? They must have scoured through everything and found that particular bit there. Okay, let's see. Yeah, no voice yet. We can keep hopeful. But if the feature is there, then that means it's only a matter of putting in the sound files. And I'm sure one person or another, if it's not SCS officially, will implement that. But I'm guessing SCS still has some tricks up their sleeve. So far, things are looking pretty smooth frame rate wise. You can probably feel it as well in the video. My threads are all being used up. Well, not used up, but utilized. GPU is at 55% currently. I have a GTX 1070. I'm at almost all ultra settings. Scaling is 400%. Oh crap, I don't think I'm going to fit through here. Scaling is at 400%. Anti-aliasing is enabled. Almost everything is at ultra or high settings. I think I'm going to climb that curb. As long as I don't hit anything, I'm fine with it. Oh, I'm going to hit that sign, I think. Maybe we can still avoid it. We'll see. Did I hit it? Yeah. Clumsy trucking, everybody. Ain't clumsy trucking without it. Okay, that's fine. And feels a bit strange driving in vanilla again, but I kind of miss it. Yeah, but yeah, the frame rate stuff is not really fair, because in vanilla frame rate has always been good. Frame rate has been pretty unstable or sketchy when it comes to adding mods, adding especially map mods and complicated trucks. I guess that's when the real test would come in, if DirectX 11 really has an improvement. But what they say currently is DirectX 11 implementation is not yet fully there. So it has started. They have made it compatible now, but it's not really optimized yet. And it allows basically it unlocks potential. It has potential for becoming very optimized and looking very good and having many features, but those have to be implemented separately by the developers, by SCS or by the modders, or both. And so we don't really get that full benefit just yet, but it's a good start. Actually switching to the DirectX 11 engine. Is that even how you call it? Is a very good move. It's a very good step towards it. So we are officially, technically, on DirectX 11 now. And that is the start of good things to come. Is that even the right parking? So will you accept that? A bit too much on this side, but maybe he'll let me be. Yeah, good. Synchronize your progress. Okay, loading cargo. Looks good so far. Alright, keep your eyes peeled on the road, guys, because I've heard there are quite a number of improvements as well on the map, especially in the Arizona state where we are. I think, correct me if I'm wrong here, but from what I've heard, I think Nat Vander is the one working on here. So, we'll see. Nat Vander is one of the guys I really look up to when it comes to mapping, especially when it comes to the signages. I remember he had a mod before which added so many signs in the US roads, and it just looked so much more realistic. And I love signs. Signs really add and really make the place much more real. Because no matter how good looking a road is, if it doesn't have signs, it looks a bit fake. There's something missing. Signs for me are a critical ingredient to the realism factor. The AI seems pretty chill. I've heard reports that AI looks a bit sketchy, but then they've always been a bit sketchy. The logic has always been a bit questionable. Running red lights, crashing into cars and stuff. It's never been perfect, but maybe they've changed something in addition. Engine brake? The engine brake still works. The sounds are still not very ear friendly, I would say. They are very decent. That's how I would probably rate it. So they probably did not focus on sounds this time. I'm sure they had their hands full already with all the other stuff. But yeah, this multi-threaded thing that I'm seeing right now is really making me smile. This is something I've always been requesting and I've been waiting for, because as I mentioned, I have a Ryzen 5, and Ryzen is pretty known for its very good multi-threaded capability, but it was always lagging behind Intel because it doesn't have as high clock speeds in terms of its individual core capabilities. So it works well with productivity tools, like if you're rendering a video, if you're streaming, if you're using as an application that can utilize multiple threads, then you are good. But usually most games, especially non-AAA games, it's very challenging to set it up and use multiple threads. So many games only use one thread, and that makes it very limited if you have a Ryzen, because you have 12 threads and only one is being used. So it's not maximized at all. But now with this recent update, I am seeing really even load on all my cores, and that is a very, very good sign. So even inside the city, even inside Phoenix there, actually I didn't feel any frame drop at all, even with max settings. So we'll see when the mods come in. That's when the real tests come, but so far it's a very good sign. Notice anything new yet on the map? I haven't. Not for me, not yet. But I'll keep my eyes peeled. What else is new, guys? What else is new? Let me try and remember. The SCS forum blew up. Like, thanks a lot, Jay, for letting me know about that. So he was the one who showed or shared in Discord. This is why I recommend you guys to join the Discord server, because we tend to have a lot of very enthusiastic people in there who share news, share tidbits of info, and that's where I got the info that the experimental beta is now available to the public. But you have to be active in the forums, so they won't announce it in the blog or anything. It's only for the hardcore people, and don't expect to have a smooth ride. Actually, the game might crash at any moment here, but I'm risking it so that at least we can check out the new features. And yeah, you can already check it out. But yeah, that's how I found about it in the SCS forums. Did I actually miss my stop? I hope not, because I am dangerously close to running out of fuel, and it's not looking very good. That's new, is it? County line sign? I'm not really sure, to be honest. I'm not really sure. So I'm going to maybe pay close attention to the distance, the how do you call it? The object distance. You know, when the objects like mountains in the distance start to pop up. Right now, I'm not noticing that at all. So oh, there you go. It's still there. Okay. So maybe that requires a separate implementation. But I like that I'm able to see that mountain in the distance already like that. But there are still some popping mountains in the distance right there. So I guess that part still hasn't been fully, like, that is not part of the DirectX 11 implementation yet. And I'm not sure if it will be. I'm not technically savvy enough to know if that's in scope. But it does seem like I can see farther, like the horizon. I'm not sure if that's just me imagining it, but we will see. Is that sign sponsored by or something? Volvo VNL coming up. One sec, I think I missed my spot there, my stop. Let me see. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Dang it. Okay, we'll have to stop by Camp Verde so I can load up in fuel here. And then we'll make our way north to Page, because I really want to explore this part for some hidden roads, because you can see some little tidbits there of Utah. Utah is confirmed. Yeah? Those sneaky little roads there. Little dots that give you a hint that there is something cooking over the border. But yeah, things have been pretty smooth so far. No complaints with performance at all. And yeah, my cores are pretty happy. My CPU is pretty happy. Goodness. Cannot wait to test this with mods, but for now we'll stick with vanilla. stick with vanilla until we are sure about all the changes that have been sneaked in. I know, I'm running out of fuel. I also saw that there was a new warning for when detours happen. So there's actually going to be a notification now, and it'll ask you to do some kind of manual rerouting, so you don't get left in the dark that something has been blocked. At least you'll get a heads up. The GPS will still not automatically adjust, but you can do it on your own now, and you'll have enough heads up to do so. Can't fare the town limits. There we go. Let's go and fuel up here. Is that new? A double on traffic. I don't think I've seen that before. I remember they were very hesitant to put doubles on traffic, but I can't remember if they finally did it in vanilla. I know someone modded it in, but in vanilla, I don't think they did. Interesting. You guys let me know. The thing is, with these kinds of updates, you can tend to be a bit on the paranoid side. Like, is this new? Is this new? Is this new? And then, no, it's not. No, it's not. Yeah, that's new. And it requires really a lot of us working together so we can weed out which is new and which is not. I think that's new. Entering Camp Verde, elevation 3160, founded 18th, but maybe not. I don't know. I haven't been here so long. I see objects still popping up in the distance, and they are still popping up in a very unelegant way. So it's not like fading in gradually. They really just appear from like 0 to there. Yeah, that mountain is slowly creeping up, and then the trees popping up in the distance there. So still not very seamless integration with the distance, the objects. But it does seem like in general it is shown much farther. And I think I've seen that in the graphics settings somewhere. So maybe they did change something with it. Let me just pause for a sec. If I go to graphics settings, you can also take a look at the settings here. You can turn off full screen mode, because I think what they said was VSync doesn't work if you have full screen mode enabled. So that means you will go beyond 60 frames and your GPU will always be at 100% utilized. The game will use up your entire GPU, which might not be efficient. So for me, turn off full screen, and that automatically enables VSync. And scaling for 100%, anti-aliasing turn on, everything is enabled. Settings are high and ultra, you can pause it here. Only the mirror distance is medium. And then I saw something at the bottom, I think. Where was it? No, that's only light visibility ranges, but no really object distance thingy. Let me see. Mirror distance, there is. Crash density, no, I don't think there is. So maybe that hasn't been changed after all. It was just me noticing a bit too much, putting things more as to how they appear. That's fine. Okay, let's maybe squeeze in here where it's more spacious. Self. I almost forgot that I actually have a hood, or a bonnet as you would call it in the UK. I've been driving in ATS2 so much, I'm not so used to US trucks anymore. Man, that takes a while to load up. There we go. And we are good to go. That is $400. Wow. Okay. We'll have to be very... nothing happened. That wasn't me. And now these guys blocked us. Okay, we'll have to wait for the traffic then. So now I think we can just Actually, we can just go through this side as well. Okay, we don't have to go and make a U-turn there anymore. Nice. Is it me or is it getting dark? What time is it anyway? It's 2 in the afternoon, so it shouldn't be dark. Does seem a bit darker than before though. Just a tad. But that's probably just the lighting. So I know Kirill, the author of Natural Lux, formerly known as Foggy Weather. He has been checking out 1.35 as well, experimental. And he said so far that he hasn't noticed any changes in the skyboxes or the weather. That's a shame, but I hope lots of capabilities have been unlocked, with DirectX 11 actually joining into the mix now. I'm also paying close attention to the GPU memory being used, because I remember before there was a bit of a memory leak from how I see it. Like the GPU memory being used continues to climb the longer you play. And I'm not sure if it eventually leads to a crash or it just uses up the memory and releases it as necessary. So maybe it's not as harmful. So I'm paying close attention to it now to see if it continues to climb or if it's able to like do a cleanup properly now this time. Not hogging up the entire memory of the GPU. Right now I'm at 2508. I think I have a maximum of I can't remember what the GTX 1070 has. 8 gig or 4 gig? We'll see. We'll see. If it crashes, then you might know the reason already. I hope not. I really hope not. Verde River. By the way, guys, happy Labor Day. I know in most of the countries it's May 1 right now. Montezuma Castle. Oh, that sounds very nice. Should we explore? If I see a sign which says Montezuma Castle, go here, I'm going to take it. Some orange signs for guidance. Montezuma Castle is there, but it's too late. Dang it. Maybe should have gone, huh? Where was that? Montezuma Castle is over there. Is that new? I'm going to take a guess and say it's not. But if it is, then it's such a shame that I missed it. I like the signs though. This is that's always been the good indicator. Signs like that, good indicator that the signs are complete, which you can actually turn off your GPS and just rely on the road and the signs completely. So since we're going to page, let me try and just focus on the signs and not rely on the GPS at all. Also, the GPS navigation, the voice navigation doesn't seem to work, unfortunately. So maybe they still have to put in some voice packs, or maybe I need to put in a value in the voice pack, the navigation voice pack. Because right now it's blank, so probably it's not using any file, but I'm going to continue looking in the forums. Maybe someone will figure it out. I'm guessing there is something in there already in the files. We just have to assign it. SCS is sneaky that way, and we'll have to do trial and error for it. Man, this looks good, and the frame rate looks absolutely amazing. It just feels so relaxing now with this drive. Everything's so stable. Love it. Conyo County line. Oh, that is not very good. Okay, stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Yeah, that is not bad, huh? This view we're seeing. Not bad at all. If you do decide to go and check out the experimental beta, I cannot highlight it enough. You will encounter bugs. Your game will crash. And it's just something that you'll have to accept. It's something that is provided as a sneak peek, but not mainly for the people. It's mainly for SCS, so people can help with squashing bugs. So there will be bugs, there will be errors, and the best thing we can do is report them whenever we encounter something like that. 60 miles guidance here on this curve, on this bend. Should be good to go. We have a pretty basic engine, so we're not at risk of speeding anytime soon. I'm just hoping that we don't really crash, or we don't... yes, I'm hoping we don't crash, of course. But I'm also hoping we don't get lost, because I did turn off the GPS, and I'm fully relying on the signs now. Albuquerque. 40 east, I guess that is, towards New Mexico, but we should be headed north, so we should not be taking that exit. Also, I'm wondering if they have exit numbers now. I do like the sign so far. Okay, let's have a look at this one. To 80 West Grand Canyon via Flagstaff. Not really that page. Next right. Okay, that's the one. 89 North, exit 340A. Alright. 340AB is Albuquerque, Arizona. Why is there a sign in Arizona here? Weren't we in Arizona ever since? Well, I guess they have the right to do that, but... Interesting though. Speed reduced ahead, okay. Thank you for the heads up. I'm really liking the signages here. And I'm not really sure if any of these are new or if they've been implemented before already, but... Let me see. 340A it says, right? The one for Page. Did I take a wrong exit? I'm not sure, we'll find out now. Because this is going towards the same path as the road to Albuquerque. So I'm hoping there is a branch later on that splits between Page going north and Albuquerque going east. We'll see. Doesn't seem like it so far. Yeah, because we are now at 40 east, so I guess I got lost. Dang it. I got fooled by the sign. It said exit 340A. And this is exit 340A. Maybe I read it wrong. Okay, wait. There is hope. There is hope. I think it works. There we go. Exit 201. Page 1 mile. That is really good. Goodness, this is so good. This is old school driving right here. Back during the day. Back during my day. We didn't have GPS yet. So, you really had to rely on science, and you really had to keep your eyes peeled and pay attention to the road. Cannot just rely on Google Maps, on Waze. And this is really what I like. Old school trucking. Old school driving, even. Here we are. Yeah, that's a double. And that, I don't think has been here before. And look at that signage action right there. North, 89 North, 180 West, 40 West. All the stuff. Stop here, follow the signs. Make it through. Yeah, so I'm still not decided. I think the distance has been increased overall. Like the pop-up problems are still there, but I mean that mountain in the distance looks to be very far away, and yet we can still see it in its full glory. You'll hate me for this, but you might thank me anyway. Photo studio time. So what we can do is check also if there's an update in the photo mode for 1.35. After all, we have to be testing it comprehensively, right? So we should be covering all our bases here. And if you don't check out the photo studio, then it's something that is amiss. Yeah, that's just my excuse to take photos. I know it was a lame excuse, but still. Very good scenery. How can you pass it up? Okay, good. Alright. Trains. Train coming up. Let's see if the trains are longer. If they changed anything there. Entering Flagstaff. Do not stop on tracks. We are delivering this to Walbert in Page. 130 feet between tracks and highway. Okay. Oh, wow. Longest train ever. Okay. Well, maybe it was just shunting or something. Let's not be judgy, right? Now, if you're still on 1.34, maybe something can help me with. Go to this same spot. Go to the same spot in Flagstaff and check if the mountain is also similar looking. If you can see the mountain fully. I know I cheated a bit there. I saw what the GPS was going to go. But yeah, it says 89 north, turn right. That's where we need to go. Towards the 89. And I just remembered I can actually turn right on red in the US. Thank you. They say that is one of the major contributions of the US society. Turning right on red. Here we go, 89 north. We are on the right track, and I'm so happy that I can actually drive and not get completely lost by just relying on the signs and a little bit of cheating in the GPS, I guess. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this. Hope you guys are too. There we go, page. What does that mean? Are we in page already, or does it mean we'll eventually reach page? I guess it's the latter. We'll see. Frame rate has been super smooth. I didn't even feel that we entered the city. We actually passed through Flagstaff and I didn't even realize it because the frame rate just kept as is. That is beautiful. And yeah, my CPU is really thanking me. Well, it's thanking ATS. It's barely working at all. So if you have any kind of CPU monitor, go and check out if your threads are being utilized evenly now as well. I'm not sure, to be honest, if it's part of the DirectX 11. If I go back to DirectX 9, if it's going to be a single thread again. And I'm not sure if they're related because I thought DirectX 11 was purely on the GPU side. So maybe this multi-threaded thing is another 1.35 improvement that is not really part of DirectX 11. If that's the case, then that's even better, because that means even if you stick with DirectX 9, maybe you still get the multi-threaded functionality. I'm not really sure. You guys let me know. Is that a detour? It's a roadwork. Okay, it's fine. Oi, don't do sudden braking. I was perfectly in line for merging in, and that guy suddenly decided to brake. Man, I feel sad for that guy. Ouch. That must be a fellow Clumsy trucker. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful view. Stay here. So we'll drop this off and then we'll do a bit of sightseeing. Might make the episode run a bit longer, but maybe it will be worth it. Yeah, maybe we can fly over, do a little bit of free roam just to check out what's ahead in Utah. I remember there was something already before. I think there was a welcome sign to Utah already before. But my memory can get a bit fuzzy sometimes, as you guys might know. Hashtag goldfish memory. That's a new hashtag you can put in the comments. But yeah, let's see where it leads us to. I think it's getting really dark now, so might as well open the lights. I did see a new key, by the way, a new key binding for the truck electricity, and I'm not really sure what that's for, because when you start your engine you need to do it twice, right? You need to press it twice, like once for the electricity, once for the actual ignition. But yeah, I'm not really sure. What is this? A roundabout in the US. Oh my goodness. Has this been here before? That is insane. Oh, yeah, insane indeed. Okay, my bad. Sorry. You know, US truckers, or maybe just the US Clumsy trucker doesn't know how to drive in roundabouts. That is amazing though, having a roundabout there. I heard about that before, but I wasn't sure if it was where it was in the map. It's merged to the left, so that guy won't be stuck. '89 North. I hope I didn't overshoot or anything, but I haven't seen any sign towards Page. That doesn't mean nothing passed through. Maybe I just missed it. We will see. You guys want to cheat? I'm going to open the map, but I won't be looking at it, okay? I'll be closing my eyes for like a second. So here goes, 3, 2, 1. I'll close my eyes. I'll open it. I'll close it again. Okay. Was that the map or anything? I had my eyes closed. Honest. So I'm not even sure if the map appeared. But at least you had an idea how close we are to the destination. And you can know if I'm going to get lost or not, or if I'm already lost. Okay. Page is up ahead. Okay, it looks like we are on the right track here. Kayenta is to the east. Man, this looks so good, huh? This view. Drink, drive, lose. Okay, 89 North still. There's a Greyhound bus in front of us. You have to be very careful. Says the guy who's all over the place. I think he might need to get careful. Be careful, because I'm here. But yeah, I am liking it. Exit numbers are there. Signages are complete. I am enjoying this all throughout. Just admiring the view. And if it really is Nat Vander who's working on this, man, props to Nat Vander for an amazing job with the improvements. I wouldn't be surprised if it was. I did see a new setting in the graphics. You saw it a while ago as well. The light's distance. I'm not sure if that's new. But I'm guessing those are the flares. Yeah, if you can see the headlights from way back, how far away can you see them from? Like, look at this. Those mountains in the distance are there already. And that looks beautiful. Nothing is popping in. And that sunset, guys. That sunset. Look at that beauty. And look at me driving on the wrong side of the road. Might have driven a bit too much in the UK. My bad. Okay, what's that? Coming up ahead. Another... what is that? There is a random event where they actually put in traffic lights, I think. Yeah, these are temporary traffic lights. I think this is a new random event. I've heard about this as well in the forums. I've seen this. That is very cool. Even actual traffic lights are being put in as a random event, as part of a random event. That is amazing. The only thing I'm not sure if it really works, because I kind of beat the red light there, you might have noticed, but I didn't get a penalty. It might have just been luck on my end, because you don't always get penalized 100% of the time. Sometimes you get away with it, and maybe I just got lucky. But you guys let me know if you encounter the same random event. Try to beat the red light just for science, okay? And let me know if you get a penalty. This is for science, guys. Something springs there. Sign to the left. Page is straight ahead. Okay, we are on the right track here. And look at that view. Man, I'm really enjoying this one. Thank you, SCS, for releasing 1.35 to us in an experimental beta. Thank you for trusting us enough to get our flimsy hands on it. Yeah, and I hope we are able to help you out as well with making it more stable. But yes, so far DirectX 11 looks to be pretty good. Just remember, if you do enable DirectX 11 via the config file, make sure to disable the full screen option, because I've heard a couple of problems, like you cannot alt tab. When you alt tab, the game crashes, or you cannot go back anymore, and that's only in full screen. Here I'm able to alt tab no problem, as long as you are in full screen windowed or borderless windowed mode, I think is the official term. So just tick off the full screen and you should be fine. And yeah, look at that. Cliffs in the distance, all there. No popping up thing. I think they really increased the view distance by a lot. And that might be possible thanks to DirectX 11. Some things are still popping up, but not as much as before. Like the entire cliff is there and then some trees are popping up last minute. But that's way less of an immersion breaker than before, where the actual mountain starts to come in front of you out of nowhere. Okay, we are in page. Wow, we actually made it. Alright, not quite, not yet fully there. We'll have to find Walbert, so keep your eyes peeled for the Walbert sign. Entering page, we did not get lost. It's not yet. Let's see, Grand Canyon, US 160. Page is to the right, Grand Canyon Dam is straight ahead. Okay, let's turn it right here. I'm guessing it's this way. Can I cheat now? Can I actually open my map now? No, I'll stick with the rules. I'm going to trust my navigation skills, which might be a bad idea, but so far the signage is that good that even I can navigate here in the US, or in Arizona at least. So really, amazing job, guys. Thank you for continuing the improvements on the existing states. That's one of those pop-up traffic lights again, I think. When you see an orange sign with traffic light symbol there, that's a traffic light for the random event, basically, for the construction works. Okay. Kayenta is to the left. I don't see Walbert anywhere. There it is. There it is. Nice. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. I will have to make a bit of space through here. Trucks only to the left. Alright. I kind of remember this drop-off point. Delivery only. Okay, so I'm assuming we have to park somewhere here. And knowing this is ATS, there's probably some kind of tricky parking scheduled up ahead, which will require me to reverse and whatnot. But we'll have to see first what it's planning for us. Beautiful, beautiful, and super smooth. That guy is cleaning without a broomstick. He must be pretty tired. Doesn't even realize he doesn't have his broomstick anymore. His mop anymore. Okay, guessing there it is. Okay, perfect. Now it's going to be a bit of a tricky parking. I think we'll have to reverse in. Okay, let's see. Let's do it this way. And yes, I think this is the hassle, because if you look closely, is that new? Darwin? Is that a new company? If you look closely, there are actually poles on the side, so you cannot veer off very much from the actual area where you need to park. Otherwise, you'll hit the poles. It's unrealistic, but it's added difficulty. And maybe someone is really playing a joke on the trucker. Okay, let's get as much space as we can. Let's try to do this right. go. One sec, huh? I'm just focusing here. I do have the physical mirrors enabled, GFIS mirrors 1. So the FOV, the field of view, is much more realistic, and I can really look through the side mirrors like this in a more natural way, but that doesn't really make it easier. Well, it does, but it doesn't make it that easy. Still a bit difficult. Okay, let's do it like this. Take it really slow, and once we've cleared that pole, we can start turning in, I guess. Something along those lines. Start turning. Yeah, really take it slow so it's easy to adjust and compensate for the angle. It's looking pretty promising. Might be a bit on the wrong angle there, but I think we can make it work. I'm hoping you can see this, because I'm having a bit of a difficulty doing so. Okay, that looks good. That actually looks good. Not yet perfect, but we can still correct it. There we go. Wow, I made it in one try. A squirrel would say. Like a glove. Amazing. And that was actually a World of Trucks contract. How cool is that, right? How cool is that? World of Trucks contracts with their own trailer. Nice. I'll take that. Thank you very much. Now I think the logging tools are not working properly. So I guess that didn't get logged in Discord server. But yeah, VT log. Probably doesn't work right now. I saw an error message a while ago. I think the telemetry, the versions are not in sync or something like that. Now I do want to explore a bit. So if you go to the map, you can check this border. You know what? I'll just fly. So because I'm sure there will be like no entry barriers along the way, so we'll just fly and cheat a bit. But this is for you guys. This is for you. So cheating is okay. No, not really. But fine. I accept it. It's a very nice sign. Okay, here we are. That's the... Okay, yeah, that's the no entry sign. And that is the entrance to Utah, I believe. So if you go through here, there you see in the map, there's the dot that was left out, either intentionally or not. And yeah, it's still a bit... There's still a few gaps here and there. Just a tad. But it is taking shape. I do like this bridge though. Wait a minute. What dam is that? That's not Hoover Dam, right? Because Hoover Dam should be somewhere here? Or is it? I don't know. But that looks pretty cool actually. Goodness. That is super cool. Is there a sign saying what it is? Let's see, entering page. Let's see here. No signs. How about that one? Kanab. What is Kanab? Is that a city in Utah? Maybe. But that is pretty cool. Okay. I take that. No trucks allowed. It's one of those fancy penalties. Like in Yosemite maybe. Where you get a penalty if you go through the area with the trailer. How about this one? Oh, it's just a end of the road kind of deal. Okay. I'm happy with that. That's a good teaser. So we'll see. Oh, and there's a yeah, I've seen a couple of these in the forums, like the placeholder trucks. Not sure why the texture is all pink and stuff, but maybe it's an important placeholder for them. US flag. Motor Vehicle Division. Customer Service Center. Okay, let's keep on straight here and explore the area until it runs out. Yeah, this is pretty basic so far. I guess they haven't put that in. What is that? Oh, this is a missing texture kind of deal. Yeah. Okay, one sec. Let me help with the visuals here. There you go. Set the time to 6 so we can view things a bit better. Yeah, so it's pretty empty in here. I guess they haven't put in the objects yet. They're pretty smart about that. But they have put in some teasers. Because I'm sure they know people will be looking. So the roads are there. The basic roads are there, but no objects whatsoever. And yeah, this is where it ends. Okay. But that's quite a bit of road. That's quite a bit of road. And I'm not sure if that's only in 1.35 or if you guys have seen this already before, but I am enjoying the tidbit there. That teaser. Yeah, that looks pretty cool, huh? That looks pretty cool. Purple truck for the win. I like those balloons actually. They're moving. But I like this more, this dam. Oh, look at that view. If only we had our truck here. Goodness. Actually, we could, right? We could. For science. I know, I always use that excuse. Ta-da! Sorry. I couldn't help it. Before I let you go, we'll have to take a very nice photo here. And it's not the best because of the time. But what we can do is I can actually save. And here's like photography tricks in ATS if you're not familiar with them. You can set the time here. Let's say 14. How do you set that again? Yeah, that way. So it's really bright. And the shadows are way at the back already. Or way at the top. And then you can have a nicer view of the place. Yeah, that works pretty well. I do want to see the truck a bit more though. So I think what we'll do is something along those lines. And then you can also change the skybox. If you want better looking clouds. Yeah, I think that's the best we can have without any mods. No natural lux here, unfortunately, but that looks pretty cool as well. Yeah, not complaining. That looks very good. Thumbnail worthy shot, right? Do you agree? I'll take that. Thank you very much. Awesome. Alright, I'm happy. I can let you guys go now. Thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed that video. And if you found any new things, if I missed some things, I probably did, you let me know in the comments and we'll do some more videos on it, alright? Thank you for watching. Please don't forget, hit the thumbs up button, hit the like button, comment, share with your friends, all that stuff. Thank you for watching. Catch you in the next video, and I'm really looking forward to what we can find here in 1.35. Thanks, have a nice day. Clumsy trucking, everybody, and bye-bye. Let's hear that, dude. And bye-bye.